Now, if you wanted to do a 2,000-mile road trip in an Audi RS7, how much would it cost you? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly that. My name's Stef. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe for plenty of automotive content. And if you are a returning subscriber, then hello. I hope you're all doing very well. So, for those of you who haven't seen the road trip videos, I suggest you go and watch them first of all, because they are very, very good. Me and Joe Achilles, we went from London all the way to Monaco with a few stop-offs on the way. And I'm going to tell you exactly how much money we spent. And that includes the fact that we got done for speeding. Yep, we got done for speeding, and I'm going to tell you how much we had to pay as a result of that. But I'm going to break it all down, and I've got my little notes in front of me here. We're going to break it down into how much we paid on things like the Eurotunnel and the tolls, how much we spent on fuel, how much we spent on the hotels, how much on food and drink, and how much we had to pay for a speeding fine. Now, one of the things to say is that if you want to do the trip we did, you can probably do it at a much cheaper budget than what we did. We probably took, we took an amazing car. The RS7 is incredible, but the fact that it's a 4-litre V8 twin turbo probably means that fuel is going to take a bit of a hit. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the Eurotunnel cost. We spent a total of £345 on the Eurotunnel, and that included an additional £40 uplift on the way home. Fuel, this is where it gets interesting. Fuel, we did 8 tanks of fuel on the RS7, which totaled £562 in fuel. Now, it's safe to say that we averaged 18 miles per gallon for the entire trip, bar the exception of the last day. And as most people know, that when you do a road trip, you enjoy yourself for most of it, and when you come home, you mostly, well, I don't know about you, but we cruise home. One, because we were running very low on money, and two, because, well, it was over and we just wanted to get home. So yeah, we did 18 miles to the gallon. I think by the end of the trip, we got to around about 20, 21 miles to the gallon because of that final leg all the way from Dijon all the way back. Now we get onto the cost of hotels and how much do we pay for hotels. So we didn't do very well with this, to be honest, because we didn't really plan very well. It was such a last minute trip, so if we would have planned it well in advance, we probably would have got some better deals. But equally, when we were going, it was just at the start of the corona pandemic and everything that was kind of kicking off, so there weren't many people staying in hotels anyway. And we found out as the trip went on that most of the places we were staying were pretty much dead. We spent a total of £805 on 4 hotels. The first hotel we stayed in was incredible. Absolutely loved it. I was very proud of that one. I picked that one. And it was just kind of on the hills outside of Geneva in France. I'll overlay some shots now so you can see it. But it was absolutely incredible. Right on the hills, kind of like a ski slopey resort. And we got there on the first night. We spent the night there. We filmed a load of content, got the drone out. The view was just insane, and actually it was really high up. I think it was like 1,000 feet above sea level, which meant that it was chucking it down with snow, and they just hit a perfect dump of snow that night before. As you're probably seeing, it was quite adventurous to say the least, and thank God we had winter tires. The next place that we went to was actually the complete opposite. It was a very, very rustic hotel. In fact, it was almost like a B&B, and we were pretty much the only people in that village, which was quite interesting. Now, that was a strategic hotel spot because we knew that we were going to film the video on the Red Rock Road, which is about 1 hour and 40 minutes outside of Monaco. The most incredible road ever, 25 tunnels, unbelievable. And the hotel we stayed in was probably about 10 minutes away from the main road. It was really nice. It was almost like a little house, and the owner of the hotel actually cooked us a dinner, and it was just me and Joe pretty much were the only people in the village bar the hotel owner. And I think he was saying to us that he actually opened the hotel up just for us. That's how little clientele he was getting. So that was night 2. Night 3 was the big one where we basically went all in and just spent quite a bit of money. We spent about 170 quid, I think, for the night. And that was the Novotel in Monaco. We upgraded the room to make sure we had that balcony view of the Formula 1 racetrack and kind of the harbour. It was incredible. And again, that hotel, there wasn't many people staying in it. And interestingly, if you decide to stay at the hotel during an F1 weekend, it's probably about 2-3 grand for 3 nights. It's silly money. But yeah, that was the 4th one, and really enjoyed that. I thoroughly recommend it. That is a Novotel hotel in Monaco. So if you're ever going down there, that is definitely one that we recommend. And then the final hotel was a B&B, a really small B&B, just in, I think it was about about 25-30 minutes outside of Dijon, and we picked that one because it was quite far away from Monaco, but also it still gave us a pretty long stint back the following day, and we wanted to get there relatively early so we can go and have a dinner and chill, and actually start moving all of the footage from the day before onto laptops and stuff. So yeah, so a total of £805 spent on 4 hotels. Food and drink, only, that's still quite a bit actually in 4 days. We did 293 quid on food and drink. We didn't actually spend too much on food, if I'm honest with you, for 2 reasons. Partly, one, we said that we wanted to save some money on food, and we were going to have a nice meal in Monaco, and we definitely did. It was incredible. My missus found the most incredible place online. She was, bless her, from home searching for all these incredible places to find, and it was really, really good. Really good food, and really enjoyed that. But kind of the rest of the meals that we had there, I mean, you can imagine when you're on the road, you're literally just pulling over, getting something to eat, fuel up, and off you go. So we did quite a bit of fast food on the way there and back. Interestingly, on day 2, we actually were really adamant on finding a nice place to eat, because I think we'd got fed up of McDonald's and Burger King, but every single restaurant we were trying to find was closed. And at the time we were like, I don't get it, why is there no one here? But actually, because of all the stuff that's going on, and when we were out there, it was like literally just starting to really build up, that people were just not traveling. Tourist destinations are just kind of shut down, and all the restaurants were just shut. So lo and behold, we ended up having to resort to more fast food. So yeah, so the total of that 293, I would say that probably maybe about 30% of all of that spend came from the one meal in Monaco. And then we ended up paying, check this, in Monaco, we bought 4 beers and 2 bottles of water, and it cost me 56 euros. So we got fleeced in the hotel. But yeah, so food and drink, 293 quid. And finally, we weren't expecting to add this cost on, but when we got home, we got a lovely letter from Audi to say, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you guys have a speeding fine to pay. And at the time of receiving that, we were a bit petrified, if I'm honest with you, because we were driving a little bit spiritedly. And then when we opened it, I was so happy. The fine was 40 quid. 45 euros, and considering the fact that we were driving spiritedly, that was probably the best time to get caught for speeding, because they caught us at 106 in a 90, so we were just under the cusp of kind of the middle French fine, if you like, and it was from a speed camera, and I remember that because I remember it flashing when I got off the Eurotunnel, and we had Waze on, and but it didn't pick that camera up. So just be careful when you guys are leaving the Eurotunnel to go on a French adventure. Just keep an eye out, particularly for that first hour and a bit. Keep an eye out for cameras, because they will catch you just as they did us. But for the rest of it, we were good. So what is the total cost of the road trip? The total cost of the road trip cost me and Joe £2,046, and that was 4 days in the Audi RS7, going from London all the way to Monaco and back again. Very cool trip. Really enjoyed it. Incredible to hang out with Joe, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video content from that journey. Have to say big thanks to ABtv as well, because they helped obviously cover the cost of that trip for us. We did end up paying more than we were sponsored for, but that's okay. The memories we made as a result of that were just unbelievable. So there you go. That's how much an Audi RS7 2,000 mile road trip from London to Monaco will cost you if you decide to do it the same way we did. Anyway guys, my name's been Steph. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you very soon on the next video. See you later. Bye bye.